What's going on, you sexy beast? Welcome once again back to some more Drathmus Gaming, and this video is gonna be a bit more informal. I know my other videos aren't really too formal anyway, but this video just kind of wanted to talk. So if you wanted like some in-depth, awesome gameplay, I do have some gameplay, so you guys aren't entirely bored. But you know, just kind of pause it or don't watch it, or do watch it because I know you're cool and stuff. So I just kind of want to go on a rant. Just talk about some Planetside 2, the current state of the game, what I'm looking forward to with the player studio, with outfits and everything, and I'm just going to start off with how the game is right now. Right now, we have massive Zerg Fests, which are freaking awesome. I'm not gonna like try and sugarcoat it, even though I just kind of did. I'm not gonna try and shoot it down, rather. I'm just gonna say the Zerg rushes are pretty cool, but I just wished that the vehicles were toned down just a little bit. We recently gotten the addition to spawn Sunders at any flash spawner location, so squads can now party up, roll out, and head on out to their next objective. But the main thing I'm talking about are the main battle tanks. Mag Riders, specifically. I don't know if that's just because I have a certain vendetta against the Vanu, but whenever there's a big counterattack from the Vanu, it always involves straight up Sunderer, which is just slightly... I can deal with 8 Sunderers, that's perfectly fine. But I just can't deal with 300 Mag Riders cresting over the hill with their rail guns shooting us and killing us. And I mean, that can be said the same for Vanguards and Prowlers. I mean, main battle tanks, they can't be hurt by bullets, so only one class in the game or another high explosive can deal damage to it. Can't really shoot it to death. It just kind of stops combat. You see it, you can't do anything about it unless you have a rocket or C4, or you're in a tank, and it just kind of ruins the gameplay. I mean, I am perfectly fine for vehicles and everything, but from playing a lot of Battlefield 3, I can honestly say that I just prefer infantry only. It just seems more skill-based that way. But I don't know a certain way that they could tone that down. I know that they were talking about Sunders being... AMS-equipped Sunders, rather, being toned down to where you can deploy it in certain areas where you can't just have 500 Sunders and you never shut off an attack. You just keep fighting waves after waves of bodies until you kill them all. But I think it'd be pretty interesting if you just couldn't spawn a battle tank, or if the resource count for the battle tank was like quadrupled. Or no, we wouldn't even have enough resources. Tripled then, since I believe it's 200 vehicle or mechanical resources or ground resources to spawn one, whereas a Sunder is 400. That'd be pretty sweet if you had to choose either Sunder or tank, with tank being like 600, something just stupid, just to knock down that vehicle spam, which I know that Sony itself knows that's a problem because they've tried to address it in a previous patch. Now, the next thing that I want to say is I love this game. Just bluntly. I've never had a game where I sit down, there's 3 colors to choose from, I pick the one that I like, and you just immediately hate the other 2 for no particular reason. Yeah, you could read up on them, be like, man, I hate them because they do this, but the one you pick is the one you love. Like, if you're Vanu, man, NC and Terran are just stupid. You choose NC, man, Vanu are freaking space elves and Terran are fascists. You choose Terran, wow, NC are rebels and Terran are just, or not Terran, but Vanu are just, well, I guess space elves. But it's just amazing. I'm just going to give a comparison to World of Warcraft. You pick Alliance, I guess the Horde's okay. Or you pick Horde, man, Alliance are stupid, but they're alright. You never just sit down and just immediately frickin' hate the crap out of the other ones. And I've never felt that way in any other game, which is kind of odd since it's just a first-person shooter. But on that note, first-person shooter, this is the biggest scale game I've ever played. Yeah, there's going to be the Planetside 1 vets that are like, man, Planetside 1 is better. But Planetside 2, if you get into a actual organized squad and you're communicating with people, you're having a good time, you sit down and feel the authenticity of a realistic fighting game. I just completely contradicted what I was about to say. But you want to play an authentic war game. You don't want to play a realistic war game. If you sit down and feel authenticity, you're like, man, this is freaking sweet. This is what it would feel like if this was an actual situation. If you want realism, bam, one shot, you're dead. That's no fun gameplay wise, which is why I prefer the word authentic. Words are difficult over realistic, which this game really sits you in the mood. You sit down, you know there's a war. You hear those gunshots, you take cover, you communicate with your teammates, try to get some flanking maneuvers down, take out turret nests. It's pretty sweet. And the next thing I want to talk about, or just rant about, because it's that time of the night, kind of tired, but I always want to talk about the community. Community is going to be the defining factor of the survival of any game. You just take a look at League of Legends. That's boomed because of the community. It may not be the best community, but it has a big community. And Planetside 2 can survive, or I wouldn't say survive, but thrive. I believe we have a really good community right now. I haven't seen many negative people in game or on the forums. Most of them are constructive. I mean, there's going to be those people that aren't going to be, but there are a lot of good people creating content, getting the word out. And it's going to be a free to play game, so there's actually absolutely no entry fee, and it's not pay to win, which is another big plus. But just getting the name out there and just playing with friends and having a good time is probably just going to be the best thing to happen. That probably just didn't make any sense at all. But in order for any game to survive, it's community. And I believe this community is pretty good. The next thing about community would be the creative shop. Just completely forgot the actual name of it, but Sony Online Entertainment's creative players shop, make 'em a jigger. It's like Steam Workshop, but for all the Sony Online games. That's going to be another big thing where people can just make whatever they want to see in Planetside 2, which is another big thing. If you give the tools that the devs use to create things and give them to the players, you're probably going to see things that are about 10 times better than what the devs can make, because they're running on a tight schedule, working on art assets alone, where a person can work in their free time and just have creative freedom, and bam, you got something awesome. Which I can't wait to see. Some new guns, some new armor, camouflage, everything. And outfits, just having the ability to build your own base in the map and just blow it the crap up, or blow up an enemy's one. I just can't wait to actually see that. And I guess just the point I'm getting at is Planetside 2 is probably going to be my next time sink. I don't want to sound like a fanboy or anything, but I'm pretty excited for the release coming up here soon. And I just want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions about this. Like, what are you guys looking forward to the game? Do you think that it's flawed? I mean, there's still some flaws. It's a beta, of course, but I think that behind closed doors, there's a big internal version that we haven't seen that is just full of awesomeness. So, what do you guys think? Game's going to be sweet. I really hope it will be. I really think it will be. Do you guys think that it needs some more polishing? That November 20th release date is a little too soon. The community's going to work out. Outfits are going to be freaking sweet. More videos will keep popping up. I'll hopefully try to keep bringing them to you guys. And just shoot the shit, guys. I hope you guys made it this far. I'm probably going to sign off. But you guys have a fantabulous night. Please like, comment, and subscribe because I know you're awesome. And you guys have a fantabulous night.